Hi everyone, I'm Roshan Melwani. 我係為你知個馬主。
Good morning, Roshan. Thank you for chatting with us today.
It's absolutely my pleasure. I am grateful to you for being here.
We always watch your video in the race course that we can feel your passion. But
yes.
Can you tell us more about how did you fall in love with horse racing?
Okay, so my memories go back to the 1980s, where we had a horse called Happy Computer. It's a family horse with Lorry Founds. I love my father. I love my uncle, I love my grandfather, okay? I really love these guys, okay? I've been with them my whole life. So to see them so happy made me as a child so happy, okay? I could never go to the races. I can only watch on TV. And then you have the photo of each win. And I can see the happiness in my grandfather's face. I never see my uncle like this, so happy, you know, holding the horse like this, so happy, his face. I never see my father happy. They're always angry. So I realized, you know, I didn't even have to realize I was so young. I was like, oh my goodness, I love horses. And I'm not a gambler. I never fell in love with horse racing because of the gambling aspect. I'm one of those fans that fell in love with racing because of the horse aspect, because of the sport itself. You know what I mean? I like the jockeys, Basil Marcus, Tony Cruz. I like the horses, my own horses. You know what I mean? I had this great horse called Indian Cheetah. He won, I think, 2 times. John Marshall was the jockey. He won once at the Valley, and he won once at Shatin, and both times it was a course record at that time. I think it was class 5. And one of the races he won was like by 3 3/4 lengths. You know what I mean? It was crazy. David Hill was my favorite trainer. He won the championship once. And I was a huge fan of David Hill. And I would never say I fell out of love with horses. I think between 1995 or 1996 till 2012, we had no winners. We left David Hill in 96, I think he retired. We were with Bruce Hutchinson all the way till like say 2010 or 11. With no place, with 0, last, and retire the horse. Last, second last, third last, retire the horse. Second last, 6, 7, nothing. Year after year for 15 years, we were with Bruce Hutchinson, and we had nothing. Then we teamed up with Casper. As you can tell, we are very loyal to this family. Lorry Founds first, Lorry Founds and only Lorry Founds, Bruce Hutchinson and only Bruce Hutchinson, and since 2010 or 11, Casper and only Casper. They've been very, very good to us, and we've stayed true to them. We've never switched. It's not even a question. We never even thought to ourselves, who should we change to? And that's pretty much it. I think in about 2010, 11, 12, 13, 14, we had 2 horses called Potential, who won once, and he had some placings, and Green Zone, I believe, who won 4 times, and he had some placings. But to be honest, I was very busy at that time because we had 3 babies. I had my first child in 2009, second in 2010, third in 2012, 3 babies in 33 months. So my passion was with my babies. And my passion wasn't with my horses winning. Nothing can beat childbirth. Nothing can beat children, okay? So as much as I was happy that Green Zone and Potential were winning, the fact that I was a brand new father 1, 2, 3 times, my attention was there. When we got Karma, wow, that is just the greatest story ever.
Yeah, so Karma is now owned by you and your father.
Yes.
Talking about the name of the horse,
yes.
Is it the name that you have been thinking for a long time that, I must name this horse Karma?
Okay, so I'll be very honest with you, right? All the horses' names have been named by my father. Karma is a very famous Indian word, okay? Karma. What it means, look, there's many definitions to it, but it means that whatever you do, bad or good, comes back to you. So this was a name that he was holding on to for some time. He had this name because in between Green Zone and Karma was quite a big gap, and he was holding on to this name for a long time, and when we got the license for this horse, he chose the name. And it could have been anything, but if you look, virtually all our horses, not all, but most of our horses, have some sort of Indian connotation to it, okay? So I know we had a lot of horses called Indian Lancer, Indian Cheetah, Indian this, Indian that. We are Indians. We love being Indian. We are Hong Kongers. I think you all know we love being in Hong Kong. So Karma is definitely my dad's choice. I think the wonderful part about the name Karma is that it is in the English dictionary. Everywhere globally, people know the word. It's not a new word. It's a word that's been around for centuries. But it's a word that's very much, an Indian name has been imported into the English dictionary. And that doesn't happen often. I can't think of another Indian word that has been imported into the English dictionary. So that was huge. So that was another big decision to choose such a great name. And I'm glad that we got it and that we came up with it first. And now he's a legend. Even if he never wins again, I think what we've accomplished we've done 17 starts, but if you look at our first 15 starts, and then, okay, you look at the 16th and 17th was a Group 3 race and was another Class 2 Cup race. I think what we've done as a PPG is historical in a very short time. So we've been very lucky, extremely lucky.
Yes, and really meaningful. So when you are cheering for Karma at the race course, some other racing fans will be shouting with you together. How do you feel?
So not just some, I think all.
Yeah, most
I
of
think
them.
99% of the fans are cheering me on. I honestly felt initially that this is all such a blessing, okay? But this is the important part, and this is why I'm sad, all right? The last 2 races, I've had so much support locally, okay? Random people, all Cantonese people, IG message me on my Roshan account, wishing me good luck, wishing me good luck. I'm talking about hundreds of people every day. Every time the Monday, the race card is announced for the Sunday. Anywhere I walk in Hong Kong, everywhere I go, people who don't know me say Wale Chi. They shout from across the street, Wale Chi, Wale Chi. Everyone does what I do, Wale Chi, Wale Chi. This is a new thing in Hong Kong, Wale Chi. So the last 2 races, I feel sad, not for myself. Of course I feel sad for myself, but I feel I let down the public. You know what I mean? Like I really do. I really do feel that I let down the public. I got so much support from everybody. So much support across all the news stations. So much support across all social media accounts. So much support from the fans at the races. Now look, I'm always here. Okay, so when I'm talking, you can see my hands. My box is there. The start-finishing line is here. My fans are here. Okay, I'm never even in the written interview, the newspaper interview. I've always been pointing this way because I feel them. I feel them, and I feel in the last 2 starts, the Group 3 race, and the Chevalier Cup, the Sasa Ladies Cup, and the Chevalier Cup. I felt that I let the fans down. So I feel really, really sad. They supported me so much.
You are now a very famous horse owner, but at the same time, you are a famous tailor as well.
Yes.
So between these 2 identities,
Superman.
horse owner and tailor, anything you think it is similar?
Wow. Okay, so I was born famous, okay? And I don't mean that egotistically. My father is an amazing guy. My father was always on TV, so I've always had a lot of media coverage from a very young age. I think social media was huge for me because I'm an early adopter. The more transparent I became, the more I showed everything about my life, the more famous I became. And it wasn't just about Suits. Suits was one aspect of it. It was about the guy. It was about who's this guy Roshan. Because I had set up this platform of transparency where everybody could already see my life, the journey with Karma and what happened with Karma inserted into everything that I was conveying across social media, it was a perfect match. I'll tell you why it was a match. Because number one, it was for all my fans and viewers to see yet another aspect of my life, but an amazing aspect, okay? And it was all my new fans of Hong Kong racing fans to see, look, this is not just one-dimensional guy that we've just known about now because he's dancing when his horse wins, but they look and they can see, oh my goodness, there's so much depth to this guy. The more they look, the more they want to see. The more they watch, the more they binge because I have that much content. So I think that the marriage between my everyday for 15 years and Karma winning has been perfect. It's a marriage made in heaven.